Hi everybody, welcome to The Wife of Caesar. As you know, The Wife of Caesar is Streiner's project to talk about corruption or anti-corruption using words that everybody can understand so that we can fight corruption in our day-to-day lives with a little bit more than just good intentions. So today I will talk to you about Mr. Najib Rasak. He, as you know, he is the former Prime Minister of Malaysia. He was Prime Minister from 2009 to 2018, and he was also the chairperson of the 1MDB Sovereign Fund. As you know, a sovereign fund is money that a government puts away or decides to invest for its particular purposes. It is perfectly legal, and it's actually a great way for the government to maximize profits for the taxpayers. Now, the 1MDB Sovereign Fund was a part of the One Malaysia program. The One Malaysia program was a government initiative spearheaded by Mr. Najib Rasak, which intended to unify Malaysia, to create one single Malaysia, and that meant socially, economically, and concerning development. It was a good idea, and the purpose of the 1MDB fund was to obtain money from foreign investors by placing Malaysian sovereign debt in the stock exchanges of different countries. Essentially, you would go to the stock exchange of, say, New York, and you could buy bonds backed by the government of Malaysia. You would buy the bond, and eventually, after a few years, the bond would mature, and you would receive your money, your initial investment, with a hefty premium. This was actually a good idea. If the project had come to fruition, then the government of Malaysia would have had sufficient funds to trigger economic investment, foreign investment, and have enough money to repay those bonds. However, Rasak and his closer circle allegedly decided to graft that money, around $700 million US, and they used it instead to buy art, to buy luxury real estate, and to finance such Hollywood films as The Wolf of Wall Street, believe it or not. Now, this is relevant because the 1MDB trial has already began. It began in 2019, the major trial, the criminal trial targeting Rasak, and which might end with his punishment and the confiscation of the funds that he allegedly stole. Now, the verdict for that trial was due in early July 2020. However, the judge presiding over those proceedings, or that particular trial, decided to grant Rasak a postponement and adjourned the court, or suspended the proceedings until maybe July 17th to allow Rasak to participate in an electoral campaign. He was due to speak before the Malaysian Parliament, and so the judge postponed proceedings to allow him to do that, which is questionable, to say the least. Obviously, as soon as we have a final verdict, we will keep you posted. Okay, quick update. We do not yet have a verdict for Najib Rasak, but we do know today in the news came out that Goldman Sachs, the financial giant, settled with the government of Malaysia for an amount of $3.9 billion for having not done their proper due diligence when reviewing the documents for the government of Malaysia to place securities and get the money for the fund. Remember that they didn't fund the 1MDB fund, sovereign fund, directly. They rather got the money from the public, and in order to do that, they needed help from a bank like Goldman Sachs, which they got from them. However, Goldman Sachs did not review the documents and the information thoroughly enough, and because of that, Malaysia decided to sue them. So today they settled for $3.9 billion. That was it for today. Thank you for being with us. Remember to blow the whistle, denounce corruption. Every act of corruption should be denounced, but do so safely. If you're not sure whether or not what you're looking at is corruption, or you're not sure that your security, your safety is guaranteed, don't do anything and refrain from acting. Reach out to people who might be able to help you. Feel free to reach out to us at info@streiner.net. We'll be delighted to help you, but above all, please stay safe. Thank you for joining us at The Wife of Caesar.